Hello friends, welcome to AffairsCloud Learn to Lead. Good morning to all the students. As you know, we completed the July month topic wise current affair. Now we are starting with the current affairs of August month, and the first topic of August month is appointments and resignation. So this topic is very important for every type of examination. So watch this video till last. But first of all, you have to download our application Careers Cloud from the Google Play Store. After that, log in with your email ID. Then click on this Crack Current Affairs section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low. But the most important thing, what we are covering under this 1 year and the 2 year subscription, we are providing you daily section. In the daily section, you will receive 3 things. One is the detailed current affair. Second is the question and answer format of current affairs, but both will be provided in the form of PDF or in the form of ebook. And third is the quiz section, and this can be attempted only on our application on daily basis. Next is the weekly section. Again, we are providing 3 things. One is the detailed current affairs, second is the question and answer format, but both things will be provided in the PDF format, and third is the quiz section, which you can attempt on our application on weekly basis. Next is the monthly section, and in the monthly section we are providing you 4 type of PDFs. One is the detailed current affair PDF, which is known as study PDF. Next, all the detailed current affairs will be converted in the form of question and answer. That's why it is known as question and answer PDF, so that you can revise all the current affairs in the question and answer format. Next is the best 100 current affairs will be provided. That is also provided in the form of question and answer. And last is the pocket PDF. It means 1-liner, 2-liner or the 3-liners current affair will be provided to you, so that you can revise these current affairs very quickly before your exam. Next is topic wise current affair. This is very important section because we are providing 20 most important topic wise PDF. If you want to revise 1 or 2 particular topics, then you can use this topic wise PDF. If you are a banking student, then we are providing 3 things. One is detail, second is question and answer format of current affairs, but only related to banking and economy, and third is the quiz section. It is also only related to banking and economy, and you can attempt this quiz section only on our application on monthly basis. Next is exam PDF. If you want to cover all the current affairs before your exam of particular year, then you can use this exam PDF. Next is special current affair section. In the special current affair, we are providing you budget and economic survey. 2 things we are providing. One is detail, budget and economic survey. Second is question and answer format of budget and economic survey. It means you can recall that examiner can make these type of questions from budget and economic survey. If you are preparing for your respective state exam, then we are also providing state current affairs, and we are covering every state and union territory. So all these things comes under only one subscription. First of all, you have to just download our application Careers Cloud, then click on this Crack Current Affairs section, and you can subscribe for 1 year as well as for 2 years. And if you want 10% extra discount, then you can use this code ASH10. If you have any query, then you can email us on this email ID, or you can call us on this number. So let's start August month's topic wise current affair, and our first topic of discussion is appointments and resignations. And here is the first question. Who was recently appointed as the Chief Executive Officer or CEO of Vodafone Idea Limited? So remember, CEO of Vodafone Idea is Akshay Mundra. So answer of this question is 3. So Vodafone Idea Limited appointed Akshay Mundra as its Chief Executive Officer with effect from 19th of August 2022, and he is appointed for the time period of 3 years. Earlier, the CEO of Vodafone was Ravinder Thakkar. Remember the name, Ravinder Thakkar, but his tenure was ended on 18th of August. That's why his tenure will start on 19th of August. And Ravinder Thakkar was appointed as Managing Director and CEO in the year of 2019 for the time period of 3 years. And the appointment is based on the recommendations of the company's nomination as well as remuneration committee. So remember, CEO of Vodafone Idea is Akshay Mundra. Moving to next question. Name the personality who was recently appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of Paytm Payments Services Ltd. This is very important. Paytm Payments Services Ltd. And CEO of this company will be Nakul Jain. So answer of this question is second. So Paytm's parent company 197 Communication has appointed Standard Chartered Bank executive Nakul Jain as the Chief Executive Officer of Paytm Payment Services Limited. And remember, earlier this position was with Praveen Sharma. He was the acting CEO of Paytm Payment Services, and he has been moved to lead Paytm commercial vertical. And he was appointed as the Managing Director and CEO of this company in the month of September 2021, but he was appointed as the acting CEO of this Paytm Payment Services Limited. And previously, Nakul Jain served as the Managing Director of the Private Banking, Priority Banking and Deposit and the Branch Banking at the Standard Chartered Bank. Now he is appointed as the CEO of Paytm Payments Services Ltd. Moving to next question. Name the personality who was recently appointed as the World Bank's Country Director for India. World Bank Country Director for India. Name of this personality is Agaste Tanno Kawame. So answer of this question is 4. So Agaste, a citizen of Cote d'Ivoire, took charge as the World Bank Country Director for India with effect from 1st of August 2022. And he replaced Junaid Kamal Ahmed. You can also remember this name, Junaid Kamal Ahmed, who recently completed a 5-year term, and he has served as the World Bank Country Director for the Turkey also. And this Agaste also served as the Director of the Department of Human Development and Economic Management in the World Bank Group Independent Evaluation Group from January 2017 to April 2019. And as of July 2022, World Bank net commitment to India stood at $21.86 billion across 99 projects, especially in India. Moving to next question. Inderjit Camotra was recently appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of which small finance bank? So remember the name, Inderjit Camotra, and name of this small finance bank is Unity Small Finance Bank. Second is the answer. So Unity Small Finance Bank Limited appointed Inderjit Camotra as its Managing Director and CEO, and his appointment was approved by the Reserve Bank of India and Unity Bank Board. But you can also remember Unity Small Finance Bank, the bank appointed recently Vinod Rai. Remember this personality, Vinod Rai. He was the former Comptroller and Auditor General of India, and he was recently appointed as the chairman of this bank. And this bank started its operation in the year of 2021 and its headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Moving to next question. Who was recently appointed as the Cabinet Secretary for the further period of 1 year? Cabinet Secretary for a period of 1 year. It means he is reappointed, and name of this personality is Rajiv Gauba. Answer of this question is 3. So the appointment committee of the cabinet has approved the extension in the service of Rajiv Gauba as the cabinet secretary for a further period of 1 year. It means time period extended for 1 year beyond the time period of 30th of August 2022. This is his second extension on this post. And Rajiv Gauba ji, former Union Home Secretary, is a 1982 batch IS officer from the Jharkhand cadre. And he has also represented India on the board of the International Monetary Fund for 4 years. Remember, Rajiv Gauba is currently the cabinet secretary and his time period is extended for further 1 year. Next is, in August 2022, Jagdeep Dhankhar was elected as the Dash Vice President of India against Margaret Alva. So first of all, you have to remember the new Vice President is Jagdeep Dhankhar, and he won against Margaret Alva and he became the 14th Vice President of India. So answer of this question is second. So NDA or National Democratic Alliance candidate and a former West Bengal governor, Jagdeep Dhankhar has won the 16th Vice President election with 528 votes out of 710 valid votes against Margaret Alva and became the 14th Vice President of India. So 16th Vice President elections but 14th Vice President of India. And Jagdeep Dhankhar will take oath on office on 11th of August. That means already taken 11th of August 2022, and it is a day after the term of the incumbent Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu ji comes to end. So just remember Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, 14th Vice President of India, 16th Vice Presidential election against Margaret Alva, and he was the candidate of National Democratic Alliance. Total votes in favor of Jagdeep Dhankhar are 528 out of 710. Moving to next question. In August 2022, Arkady Dvorkovich from which country was re-elected as the president of International Chess Federation or FIDE, and he is elected for the second term. This line is very important because we are talking about FIDE. This is International Chess Federation, and who is re-elected as the president, and name of the president is Arkady Dvorkovich and he belongs to the country of Russia. Second line is most important because this personality from India was elected as the Deputy President of FIDE, and this personality is Vishwanathan Anand. So answer of this question is 3. So Arkady Dvorkovich of Russia was re-elected as the second term as the President of International Chess Federation with 157 votes out of 179 national chess associations voted in the meeting held in India. But the most important, that Indian Grandmaster, the first Indian Grandmaster Vishwanathan Anand, even 5-time World Chess Champion, has been elected as the new Deputy President of the FIDE. And the FIDE elections took place during the FIDE General Assembly meeting held in Chennai in Tamil Nadu alongside with the 44th Chess Olympiad. And you can also remember Arkady Dvorkovich was first elected as the FIDE president in the month of October 2018. This is the second term and he belongs to Russia. Next question is, who was recently becomes the first woman Director General of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, or CSIR? And the first woman Director General of this organization is Nalathambi Kalaiselvi. My pronunciation can be wrong, but you can remember the name. Nalathambi Kalaiselvi, a senior electrochemical scientist, has become the first woman Director General of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, or CSIR. And the CSIR is a consortium of 38 state-run research institutes across India. Earlier, this position was with Shekhar Mande. You can remember the former Shekhar Mande, who was superannuated in the month of April 2022. And the appointment is for a time period of 2 years. It means she is appointed for the time period of 2 years with effect from the date of assumption of charge of the post or until further orders, whichever is earlier. And she will also hold the charge as the Secretary of the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research under the Ministry of Science and Technology. Remember the name, Nalathambi Kalaiselvi became the first woman Director General of Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Chief Minister of Bihar Nitish Kumar ji recently tendered his resignation for his post to the Governor of Bihar. This is very important because Nitish Kumar tendered his resignation as the Chief Minister of the National Democratic Alliance in the Bihar to the Governor Phaggu Chauhan ji. So it means the Governor of Bihar, not in the option. So just remember the answer is Phaggu Chauhan. Phaggu Chauhan. And Nitish Kumar resignation came shortly after the former National President Ramchandra Prasad Singh, who resigned when his party, the Janata Dal United, issued a notice demanding an explanation on corruption charges lodged against him. And as a result, the coalition between the JDU, remember coalition between the JDU and the BJP, its coalition partner in Bihar, has come to an end. And he has filed a letter to support to the governor with the support of the entire opposition like Rashtriya Janata Dal, Congress, left parties and few others in order to claim to form the new government. We will definitely discuss the question again. In August 2022, James Marape or James Marap was elected as the Prime Minister of which country for second terms? Remember the name is James Marap and he recently elected as the Prime Minister for Papua New Guinea. So answer of this question is 4. So Papua New Guinea's Prime Minister James Marap, leader of Pangu Party, you can remember the name if you want, Pangu Party, was elected unopposed and sworn in for the second term as the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea. And the oath was administered by the newly re-elected Speaker Job Pommet, you don't have to remember the name. And voting in the general election started on the 4th of July and ended on 22nd of July. And James Marap won the support from the majority of the members in the newly elected parliament in the Papua New Guinea, and the parliament resumed despite the election outcome being declared for only 105 out of 118 seats. And among the newly elected members were Rufina, one name is Rufina Peter, second is Cassie Swang, the first female candidates confirmed to have secured seat in the parliament of the Papua New Guinea. So don't remember the name, just remember James Marap become the new Prime Minister of the Papua New Guinea and he is elected for his second term. Who was recently appointed as the 49th, this number is important, Chief Justice of India by the President of India Droupadi Murmu ji. And name of this personality is Uday Umesh Lalit. Answer of this question is 4. So Justice Uday Umesh Lalit, the judge of the Supreme Court, was appointed as the 49th Chief Justice of India by the warrant signed by the President Droupadi Murmu ji. And in exercise of the powers conferred under the clause 2 of the article of Indian Constitution of 124, the President has appointed Justice UU Lalit as the Chief Justice of India. And he will take oath and assume charge on the 27th of August 2022. It means already He has sworn in as the Chief Justice of India, and he replaced incumbent Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramanaji, who retired on 26th of August 2022. And Umesh Lalit will have a brief tenure as the head of the India's judiciary and would demit office on the 8th of November 2022 after holding the charge as the Chief Justice of India just 3 months. And Justice Umesh Lalit was the second Chief Justice of India who was directly elevated to the apex court bench from the bar. And in 1971, Justice S.M. Sikri, the first lawyer to be elevated directly to the top court bench in the 1964. Moving to next question. On 10th of August 2022, Janata Dal United leader Nitish Kumar ji took oath as the Chief Minister. Earlier, we discussed the question that Nitish Kumar tendered his resignation, but now Nitish Kumar again took oath as the Chief Minister of the Bihar for the dash consecutive time. Then this is the 8th consecutive time. Answer of this question is 3. So, Janata Dal leader Nitish Kumar took oath as the Chief Minister of Bihar for the 8th consecutive time, and he was joined by the Rashtriya Janata Dal, Tejasvi Yadav, who sworn in as the Deputy Chief Minister of the Bihar. You can see here, this is Nitish Kumar ji, this is Tejasvi Yadav ji, who sworn in as the Deputy Chief Minister. And both were administered the oath of office and secrecy by the Governor Phaggu Chauhan ji. And Nitish Kumar joined hand with the Rashtriya Janata Dal, the Congress and the left parties. And he submitted his resignation to the Bihar Governor Phaggu Chauhan to stake a claim to form a new government with the support of 164 MLAs. Moving to next question. The government recently reappointed 4 independent directors on the Board of Reserve Bank of India for the time period of 4 years, which of the following personality is not in the list of 4 independent directors on the Board of RBI? Then answer of this question is Venu Srinivasan. First is the answer. But the important thing, the government has reappointed 4 independent directors on the Board of Reserve Bank of India for the time period of 4 years. And the centre government appointed Swaminathan Gurumurthy and the cooperative movement veteran Satish Kashinath Marathe ji with effective from 11th of August 2022 until the further orders whichever is earlier. But the centre also reappointed Revathi Iyer, this is not Revathi Iyer, Revathi Iyer and Sachin Chaturvedi ji as the part-time non-official directors on the Board of RBI for the time period of 4 years after the completion of their present tenure on the 18th of September 2022. And Revathi Iyer has been reappointed as the member on the Northern Local Board of the RBI, and Sachin Chaturvedi has been reappointed as the member on the Eastern Local Board of the RBI for a further period of 4 years after completion of their present tenure. So just remember the name of these 4 personalities. Who was recently appointed as the head of the mission and chief military observer for the United Nations Military Observer Group in India and Pakistan? Static question, just remember the question as same as in slide. Answer of this question is Guillermo Pablo Reyes, and he belongs to Argentina. So United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has appointed a veteran Argentine naval officer, Admiral Guillermo Pablo Reyes, as the head of the mission and chief military observer for the United Nations Military Observer Group of India and Pakistan. And this person is appointed on 10th of August 2022. And Admiral Guillermo Pablo Reyes succeeded Major General Jos Eldio of Uruguay of South America, who completes his assignment shortly. And this body is very important. This is United Nations Military Observer Group in India and Pakistan. It was established in 1949 at Islamabad and Srinagar to oversee the ceasefire between India and Pakistan in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So, Guillermo Pablo Reyes. Remember this question only from the slide. Next is Indian cricketer Rishabh Pant was recently appointed as the brand ambassador of which state? In 2021, he was appointed as the brand ambassador of this state, but again, this state appointed Rishabh Pant as the brand ambassador, and name of the state is Uttarakhand. Answer of this question is 3. So, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has named cricketer Rishabh Pant as the brand ambassador of Uttarakhand, who would inspire youth in the field of sports. And Rishabh Pant, wicketkeeper batsman, was born in Rudki area of Haridwar district of Uttarakhand and has emerged as one of the India's biggest match winners in the recent matches. and he played 31 test matches in which he scored 2123 runs at an average of 43.32, and his individual best score is 159 runs. And now he has scored 5 centuries and 10 half centuries in the format. Moving to next question. William Samoei Arap Ruto recently became the president of the following countries, and he recently became the president of Kenya. So answer of this question is 4. So Deputy President of Kenya, William Samoei Arap Ruto, won the presidential election of 2022. And remember, he is the first sitting deputy president to succeed the incumbent following competitive elections and the first candidate to win the presidency in the first attempt. Just remember the name William Ruto, who won the presidential election of Kenya. Earlier, he was the deputy president of the Kenya. Next is who was recently appointed as the managing director of the National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development. This is known as NaBFID for 5 years. It means for the year of 2020 to 2027, and name of this personality is Raj Kiran Rai ji. So answer of this question is second. So the center government and the board of the National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development appointed Raj Kiran Rai ji as its managing director for the time period of 5 years. It means for 2022 to 27. He will take charge as the managing director on 28th of August 2022 and will hold the top post till the month of 18th of May 2027. And he was managing director and chief executive officer of Union Bank earlier from 2017. Moving to next question. Which of the following Indian badminton players was not appointed as the brand ambassadors of the Mastercard in India? So recently, American multinational financial service corporation Mastercard has appointed 4 Indian badminton players as the brand ambassador, and one of this player is not part of the brand ambassador team. This is PV Sindhu. So Mastercard appointed 4 players. One is Lakshya Sen. Remember Lakshya Sen, Kidambi Shrikant. Next is Satvik Sairaj, and fourth one is Chirag Shetty. So these 4 players from the badminton appointed as the brand ambassador of the Mastercard in India. And Lakshya Sen and Kidambi Shrikant recently won the first and the second men's single in the Thomas Cup of 2022. Lakshya Sen and Kidambi Shrikant won the first and the second men's single in the Thomas Cup 2022, while Satvik Sairaj and Chirag Shetty won the first double game. And Satvik Raj and Chirag Shetty won the gold medal in the 2022 Commonwealth Games, while Lakshya Sen won the gold medal in the men's singles and Kidambi Shrikant won the bronze medal in the men's single. Moving to next question. Who was recently appointed as the managing director and the chief executive officer of the Bharti Airtel for the time period of 5 years? This question is very important because we are talking about Bharti Airtel, and answer of this personality is Gopal Vittal. So answer of this question is 4. So Bharti Airtel or Airtel stakeholders have reappointed Gopal Vittal as the managing director and CEO of the Bharti Airtel for the time period of 5 years with the effect from the 1st of February 2023 to 31st of Jan 2028. And Gopal Vittal was also appointed as the special resolution related to the payment of his remuneration as the managing director and CEO of the company with 89.57% votes in favor and 10.42% votes against. And Gopal Vittal was first appointed as the CEO of Airtel in the year of 2013. Then he was reappointed with effect from 2018 to 2023. Now again reappointed for the 2023 to 2028. This is Gopal Vittal, CEO of Bharti Airtel. Name the personality who was recently appointed as the Secretary to the President of India, Droupadi Murmu ji, by Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, and very senior IAS officer of Odisha cadre, Rajesh Verma is the answer. So answer of this question is 3. So Rajesh Verma, 1987, Odisha cadre IAS officer, has been appointed as the Secretary to the President of India, Droupadi Murmu ji, by the Appointment Committee of the Cabinet. And Rajesh Verma currently serves as the Ministry under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and he is the Secretary under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And Rajesh Verma will replace the incumbent Kapil Dev Tripathi of 1980 batch IAS officer. Next is, in August 2022, the Government of India extended the tenure of Minesh C. Shah an executive director of the National Dairy Development Board until the time period of 30th of November 2022? Answer of this question is second. So the government of India extended the tenure of Minesh C. Shah, an executive director of the National Dairy Development Board, to hold as a chairman of NDDB for another 6 months till the month of 30th of November 2022. And Minesh C. Shah has been holding the charge of NDDB chairman since 1st of June 2021. And Minesh C. Shah tenure extension starts from 1st of June 2022 and ends on 30th of November 2022, and it was notified by the Government of India on 18th of August 2022. Moving to next question. Who was recently nominated to the United Nations Internet Governance Leadership Panel? Static question, just remember the question as same as in slide, and name of this person is Alkesh Kumar Sharma. 4 is the answer. So, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has appointed Alkesh Kumar Sharma, Secretary of the Union Department of Electronics and Information Technology, to the 10-member Internet Governance Forum Leadership Panel or IGF Leadership Panel. And the members will have a tenure of 2 years, it means from 2022 to 2023. 1st of Jan 2022 to 31st of December 2023. And there are so many members from other countries, but just remember from India, this is Alkesh Kumar Sharma. And the panel was constituted based on the recommendations in the United Nations Secretary General Roadmap for Digital Cooperation for leading with strategic and urgent issues on the internet. Next question is, you can also see here the picture of Alkesh Sharma nominated to the United Nations Internet Governance Leadership Panel. Name the personality who was recently appointed as the Managing Director and CEO of Paytm for 5 years. Very important question because we are talking about the most important company of India, Paytm, and this personality is Vijay Shekhar Sharma. 4 is the answer. So Paytm has reappointed Vijay Shekhar Sharma as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer for another 5 years with a significant majority voting of 99.67% by the shareholder. He will be designated as Managing Director and CEO of the company, and his remuneration is fixed for the next 3 years without any annual increment. And the voting happened at the 22nd annual general meeting of 197 Communication Limited, which owns the Paytm brand, held virtually. And this was the first annual general meeting of the 197 Communication Limited, which owns the Paytm brand, after it became a publicly listed company in the year of 2021. So you can see here the picture of Vijay Shekhar Sharma, who is reappointed as the Paytm CEO. Who was recently appointed as the first brand ambassador of Heads Up for Tails or Huffed brand. So first of all, remember this pet care brand Heads Up for Tail has announced the Bollywood actor Kriti Senon, who is an animal lover, as their first brand ambassador. And Huffed aims to help improve and remove hunger and provide health, safety and shelter for the street animals. And Senon committed to the foundation as a support to the mission focused by Huffed, and she was also a Huffed customer for many years, which made the foundation to pick her as its brand ambassador. So it is Head Up for the Tails. Who was recently appointed as the new Managing Director and the Chief Executive Officer of the SBI Securities? Again, very important question for the banking students, and answer of this question is Deepak Kumar Lalla. Answer of this question is second. So SBI Securities, which is a fully owned subsidiary of SBI Capital Securities Limited, has appointed Deepak Kumar as the new Managing Director and CEO, and he will succeed the Naresh Yadav. Naresh Yadav was earlier the CEO of SBI Securities. And prior to this appointment, Deepak Kumar was served as the head of the wealth management business for the SBI or State Bank of India, and SBI Securities is a part of the State Bank Group, is engaged in the demat, broking, investment product distribution and retail asset acquisition for the SBI. And you can also see here the picture of Deepak Kumar, who is appointed as the new Managing Director and CEO of SBI Securities. Name the personality who was recently appointed as the Managing Director and CEO of Infrastructure Development Finance Company or IDFC Limited. And name of this person is Mahinder N. Shah. First is the answer. Remember the question as same as in slide. So the Board of Infrastructure Development Finance Company or IDFC Limited appointed Mahinder N. Shah, the company secretary and compliance officer of IDFC First Bank Limited as the managing director and CEO of this company starting from 1st of October 2022 till the 30th of September 2023. It means he is appointed for the time period of 1 year. And Mahinder and Shah will replace Sunil Kakkad. Earlier this position was with Sunil Kakkad, whose tenure ended on 30th of September 2022. Next is who was recently appointed as the chairman of the DRDO Defense Research and Development Organization and secretary of the Department of Defense Research and Development. Very important question. Even you can say this is the most important question because we are talking about the chairman of DRDO. Answer of this question is Sameer V. Kamath. 4 is the answer. So Ministry of Defense appointed Dr. Sameer V. Kamath as the new chairman of DRDO and the secretary of the Department of Defense Research and Development. He succeeded Dr. G. Satish Reddy. So this is again very important, that former chairman of DRDO was G. Satish Reddy, who took charge as the scientific advisor to the Defense Ministry. Next is name the personality who was recently appointed as the first brand ambassador of Dream Set Go or DSG. So a premium sports and travel platform Dream Set Go or DSG announced that the former Indian cricketer or Maharaja of cricketer Saurav Chandidas Ganguly or Saurav Ganguly, and he is appointed as its first brand ambassador. So answer of this question is second. You can see here Saurav Ganguly picture, and Ganguly has also become the super captain for the company Dream Set Go. And you can also remember founder and chief business officer of Dream Set Go is Monish Shah, who was recently appointed as the temporary or the interim secretary of the All India Chess Federation after the order of Delhi High Court. And name of this person is Vipnesh Vardwaj. So answer of this question is 1. So All India Chess Federation appointed Vipnesh Vardwaj as the temporary secretary after the Delhi High Court reiterated its order of removing former chief Bharat Singh Chauhan. On 2nd of June 2022, the Delhi High Court passed an order and unseated Bharat Singh Chauhan. But on 7th of June 2022, the Supreme Court overruled the High Court decision and reinstated Bharat Singh Chauhan on his post till the 15th of August 2022 in the mind of 44th Chess Olympiad, which was held in Malalapuram, Chennai, Tamil Nadu from 28th of July to 9th of August 2022. So Vipnesh Bhardwaj is the new temporary secretary of the All India Chess Federation. Next question is, in August 2022, Ananth Narayan Gopalakrishnan was appointed as a full-time member of which of the following organization? And this organization is Securities and Exchange Board of India. So answer of this question is 4. So the appointment committee of the cabinet has appointed Ananth Narayan Gopalakrishnan, an associate professor of the SP Jain Institute of Management and Research, as a full-time member or the whole-time member of the Securities and Exchange Board of India, and he is appointed for the time period of 3 years from the date he assumes charge of the post or until further orders, whichever is earlier. So with this appointment, Ananth Narayan Gopalakrishnan became the fourth whole-time member of the SEBI, which was vacant until November 2021. And the 3 whole-time members are SK Mohanty ji, Ananth Barua and Ashwini Bhatia. So these are the other 3 whole-time members of the SEBI. Moving to next question. Who was recently appointed as the Executive Director for India at the International Monetary Fund with effect from 1st of November 2022? And name of this person is Krishnamurthy Venkata Subramanian. So answer of this question is 3. So the appointment committee of the cabinet has approved Dr. Krishnamurthy Venkata Subramania or KV Subramanian, the former chief economic advisor, as the executive director at the International Monetary Fund with effect from 1st of November 2022. And Subramanian was appointed to the post for the time period of 3 years, and he is currently a professor of the finance at the Indian School of Business or ISB. And the current ED or the Executive Director of India who has been curtailed to the 31st of August is Surjit S. Palla. He is currently working as the Executive Director for India at the International Monetary Fund. But after that, on 1st of November, Krishnamurthy Venkata Subramanian or K.V. Subramanian will be the Executive Director at the International Monetary Fund from Indian side. So this is all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video, share this video and subscribe our channel, and you can join us on all the platforms like Instagram, like Telegram, like LinkedIn, and especially our platform Telegram link is given in the description box. So you can join our all platforms. Thank you for watching this video. Take care.